I have to make this video before I forget because school is actually back open, you guys, and I am taking my final 5 classes before I graduate for this semester. That has nothing to do with next semester or the semesters before that. I also graduate again in December. These are associate degrees, so they're not bachelors or PhDs or masters or whatever. But I, over the course of over the course of 8 years, um, that's like around the time people going full time back to back would receive a PhD, and that would include graduates in the university. But I never was able to do school full time my whole career student lifetime in college. So I was only able to do part time being a mother at 19. You know, I started school when I was fresh out of high school in 2007. I graduated in 2007. So I tried to live that TV lifestyle. You go straight to school, straight to college, straight out of high school, and you live good in your 20s, early 30s, but that wasn't the case for me, as it is not the case for everybody, especially when your parents is not paying tuition for you, or if you're were in a rush to move out your parents' house and start a life of your own, you know what I'm saying, which was my case. I chose to step out of the house when I was 15, so I didn't have um, the life where I could just go to school and graduate. I had the opportunity. My mom and dad gave me nothing but opportunity, but I wanted to be on my own, and therefore you have it. I had the opportunity, I just screwed it up, and that provoked me to start my life off later than normal, than planned for. So I am now 30, and for the first time in 7 or 8 years, I finally am able to take full time classes. After all of the ups and downs, after all of the damn shit I've been through in my life, I finally found a way to work and still be able to take classes full time. Okay, I got the strength to do it. My mind is where it is to be able to do it. So it works out. So last semester and this semester, I've been taking hella shit of classes, and I'm taking 5 classes this semester. I took 4 last semester, and thankfully this semester I will be graduating with my first associates. And by me going to school for 8 years, I've taken so many prerequisites towards the major I'm trying to study. I also will receive another associate's in December's graduation. So that's going to be 2 associates, one in a concentration of psychology and the other with a concentration in biology. Those 2 associates will then allow me to transfer to a university. Again, the benefits of going for 8 years part time and not being able to go full time, I then will be able to just jump straight into my field, which is marine biology. So I have enough credits to jump directly into my field once I transfer to a university. Yay, yay me. Long coming, long coming. Many nights of aggravation, helping my son with homework, and he speak French, and trying to just put all of it together, and help him help me and help home, and also work and take care of myself. Or many nights this shit was at its worst. You think this look bad? No, imagine the worst days I've had. Imagine. So that's an accomplishment I want to let be known. I'm not gonna say I'm proud of myself, but I wouldn't have it no other way. So stay tuned for that. That's something I'm doing. 2 graduations in 1 year, both associate degrees with concentrations. 2 different concentrations, which both could come together and be very helpful. It didn't work out like they do in the movies, but it's working out just fine for me right now. So that's mountains down. And the reason why I can speak on it because my last 5 classes I'm taking are all psychology classes. I've taken the other previous classes for psychology. So these are my last 5 psychology classes, and there's nothing hard. So I will be walking across stage in April or May, something like that, and again in December, like I said. Yeah. So I'm trying to think. The only thing about the December ones is with the concentration in biology, it's a chemistry class that I dropped after coming from California, and before that, I failed it with a D. So this will be my third time taking a chemistry class, paying out of pocket, and um, the other class is my AMP 2 lecture and lab. Now I remind you, I just took I just finished AMP 1 lecture and lab. No, lab. I passed lab the first time lecture the first time I took it. AMP lab 1, intro to AMP. I failed that class once and took it again and passed it. This semester I passed it. So now my final classes for biology is that chemistry class. I already passed chemistry lab. I'm good with mixing shit. It was the stoichiometry and all that shit. Like I'm good with the conversions, ounces and all that to ounces to cups and all that. I'm good with that. It was the stoichiometry of it when the elements react and break down into individual elements and stuff. That's what was hard paper wise. So this will be my third time taking chemistry, and I have to take trigonometry that I never took, but I'm good with math. But hopefully I pass trigonometry. I can't even pronounce the word. Oh God, give me strength. I'm gonna fail. Lord Jesus, oh man. I might not graduate in December, y'all. Fuck, I can't even pronounce it. But trigonometry, third time attempting chemistry lecture, and my AMP 2 lecture and lab. So the only scary part about December's graduation, it's a hit or miss because I've tried to take all of my hard classes in the beginning and leave the easy ones at the end. It just so happened that I had to work around that, and I'm still stuck with the 4 hardest classes for biology. So remind you, this is over a course of 8 years. So it's worth it because once I finish these 4 in December, when I go to Texas A&M, which is where I want to go, I'm not sure how that don't necessarily mean I'm going there because I'm paying out of pocket right now, and Texas A&M is just twice as higher. But they have my course of study, which is marine biology. They have a department specifically assigned to that. So, and it's going to be close to home. I'm in New Orleans. To those of you who are not from here and don't know me, who are from other places, I have like friends on Facebook from other places and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm in Louisiana, New Orleans, and we don't really have fields of study down here like that. And if we do, we are known for our murky, swampy waters, which is a great place to learn and study. But I want to live where I can actually be, like on hands training, which would be a great place in Texas because they are too by the course, the Gulf Coast, and their water actually gets a little bluer as to down here. So yeah, my in the next 2 years I plan on getting up and moving, and I don't even think I want to visit New Orleans once I move. I'm just being honest. So it's time to move around. I'm 30. I'm not getting younger, so my son's getting older. I want to have more kids, just stuff like that. And I just want to have myself together a little bit more than what I am. And then I can pop more babies out. So that's my thoughts on this situation. So I just had to mention that before I forgot because I'm actually I just got through doing 2 of my classes homework, And it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. It's not hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm over the hard part for the psychology part of it. But the December graduation, guys, please pray for me. And I'm not talking about that. Oh, girl, I'm gonna pray for you. Saying that I'm gonna pray for you is not you praying for me, black people. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I want to talk about. Secondly, the main thing I want to talk about was that was just something that came across my mind before I forgot, you know. But the second situation I'm about to talk about, which was the main topic, I was at a bus stop today, right, waiting on a bus, and a girl was on the passenger side, and her boyfriend was driving, or her guy friend, whoever the guy was driving. She was on the passenger side, and the bus stop was at a red light. So I try to catch buses where there's a red light most of the time because it gives me an opportunity to catch the bus so that I won't miss it. So this was a bus stop that was on a main street at a red light, and the light was red. This was way before my bus came. And you know how you just be standing and looking around. I'm sure people in their cars look at people at bus stops. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, I've been without a car for a year now. This November that passed made a year that I've been without a car. For 10 years, I've had a car, and just this November made a year that I've been without a car. So I'm getting back into learning the buses, learning the bus routes. I mean, I got it down pat so far. Don't get me wrong. Cause it's New Orleans. I mean, you're from here. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you don't know where to go. Even if you don't catch the bus, you know what buses pass where most of the time. But I'm getting back in the thrill of catching the bus. I survived. You know, I did it. I'm still on the bus. I even got myself a bike, bitch. I be riding bikes, yes. I be in the bike lane, holding up cars, yes, bitch. And if they blow their horns, I toot my ass up at them, yes, bitch. I be riding my bike. I even put my bike on the bus rack. But the point I was trying to make is the girl was like looking, and like she looked at me, and then she looked at her dude or her boyfriend or whoever the guy was. And when she saw that he was looking over at me, she looked back at me and started laughing. Like, I guess she tried to find something that was funny. And I'm to the point like, okay, if you're in a car, fine. If someone's walking, catching the bus, fine. If those are the things that get your rocks off and make you feel better than someone else, then that's fine too. Like, whatever. But the point is, she was one of them hoes that wore the sleep caps outside. You in a car with this greasy ass conditioning cap, and it was like a lavender color, and you can see the grease stains all in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I don't take offense to nothing anyone do, but at the same time, I'm tired of being this nice person, and I don't like confrontation. But for these past couple, you know, months and weeks and damn near years, I just have not been giving a fuck. So if you give me some attitude, I'm gonna give it back to you most of the time. Most of the time, I don't engage and indulge in bullshit like that. But I'm just minding my business, and women have this habit of wanting to beef with the woman, and they see that the guy isn't wrong, and it's like you rather beef with a woman just to go lay back up with this guy who clearly is disrespecting you. So remind you, I'm not trying to be in his face. He tore up, she tore up. So, you know, any other time I'll be like, man, I ain't got time for this. I turn my head. But it's still a red light, and she just looking and laughing and looking back at him. So as she looking at me laughing, he in the fucking driver's seat like this. So he must have thought I was gonna be like, "What's up?" and turn my head when she looked. She looked back at him, like kept on like ah ha ha looking back, and ah ha ha. So when he did that "what's up" shit to me, I said "what's up" back to him, and I was smiling. And when she turned her head back to me, I still was smiling in the car and waving. So then they pulled off. So her whole face just dropped. Like her whole face just dropped. Like I'm sure they was fussing or whatever the case is. The point I'm trying to make is I don't know if something was funny because I was at the bus stop and she was in a passenger seat of someone else's car, or women nowadays are just so intimidated that any fucking woman that's standing tall is such a threat that she have to try to find something wrong with that woman and try to laugh and poke fun, and if the man don't laugh with her, she assumes the man won't the girl. Like, please stop living off of these made up stories in your own fucking heads. I don't even know this man. This man don't know me. And that's most of the reason why niggas do what they do. Because for one, they don't mean you no good. And if they know that that's what upsets you, they're going to do it even more because they're used to the reaction that you hoes give them. Because they need attention, they fucking self. And if that's the only way they're getting attention out your stupid ass, they're going to continue to do it to get attention. Because most of the time, you hoes ain't even giving these niggas attention. So when they know that's the only way they can get a reaction out you hoes, they're going to do it over and over and over and over and over. The sad part is when you try to pick a woman out to be the fucking problem when it's really your nigga and you. You know what I'm saying? So the point is, bitch, you don't know nobody's situation. Just because you see a person at a bus stop do not mean they have the worst life. Do not mean they can't afford a car. Do not mean that they can't get a car. Bitch, they got motherfuckers slinging cars left and right. Don't get me wrong. I don't buy cars around tax season. I chose to get rid of my car because I felt like school was more important. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of reasons that's not important to explain. But it's like the most raggediest bitches who wouldn't have shit without help that they're getting try to look down on people because of their insecurities. Like if she was at a bus stop, she would probably feel like, oh, I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I chose to make this decision. I chose to make this decision and I'm not proud of it, but again, it was a sacrifice made for the best of my child and my family, and I'm doing just fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I felt like it wasn't more of her laughing at me being at the bus stop, but that was one of the things she pulled out of the hat to try to separate her from me, to make the guy look at me a different way than what she imagined he was just for a few seconds at a red light. You know what I mean? And that'd be some crazy shit. So I wasn't for it today. This time, you know, I normally just turn my head and be like, I'm not about to play with these niggas with that bullshit with these dumbass hoes. But she tried it. And bitch, yes, I still was in the car when she turned her head. I was like, hey, and smiling like, yeah, bitch. He spoke to me first, and I'ma speak back, bitch. I spoke, he spoke, he spoke, I spoke. Bitch, I don't care if you're looking, you gonna get out this car and do something about it or not, bitch. 9 times out of 10, they be scary hoes. So, yeah, that was the whole topic. I'm sorry to mix accomplishment of school with some naggy ass bullshit, but those are two things I want to talk about before I forgot. I'm about to get into this music because I just been nonstop trying to keep shit in order. Music, homework, home, my mom, my son, work, music, homework, home, my mom, my son, work, like just all that. So that's my events for today. I have a lot of shit that I write down on my phone and I never get a chance to get back to it. And by the time I go back over it, I don't be in the moment anymore. And I feel like it just sounds phony when I'm trying to go back to it and read it off script because the experience left. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm going to try to get back into all this shit I've written down. Topics are still valid. It's just I have a lot of shit. Stop. I have a lot of things I'm dealing with, and you know I just get back with you guys later. But feel free to look at all my old videos because I be talking about a lot of crazy shit. Like it makes me feel better. But yes, pats on the back for 8 years just to earn a fucking associates. And you know that little issue with the hoes in the passenger seats thinking because they in the passenger seat they're better than a bitch at the bus stop. So y'all have a good day.